Hi, my name is Joshua Bertram, and this is my autoethnography. So I filmed yesterday, but hopefully this take is a lot better, and I don't go over the time of this video. So let's get started. My ethnicity is Sri Lankan. It's an island near India, right here. Hopefully you can see that. And my dad came here for college in the 80s. My mom came here in the 90s. So they settled down as a couple in the 90s, and then by 1992 they got married. And by 1994 my older brother was born, and by April 10th, 1987 I was born. However, I was diagnosed at the age of I was born with complications, being born too early, and by 3 years old I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, as you can see. And with that leg surgery picture, cerebral palsy messed up my cerebral palsy was minor because it's really supposed to give you, you know, limitations to your movements and your speech, but mine was minor. But when the doctor told my dad I wouldn't be able to walk at all, my dad refused to accept that, so he was determined to get me the best doctors and the best help. So, as well as having a physical disability, the learning disability gave me challenges as well, because with the physical not being able to play sports, and with the learning disability messing up my mind, I struggled in school, and I was labeled, I was called names, I was bullied, and not being able to play sports is a big thing, and especially not having the right support around me to sit with that kid on the sideline that physically couldn't play was tough, especially not having the right teachers too. But I was able to prove everyone, but in terms of doing well academically, from challenges with, you know, with being labeled I won't succeed by teachers. My dad, there were times I almost got held back a grade level, but my dad refused to let that happen. So I've never been held back a grade level, only because he told them my son will go on to the 4th grade, the 3rd grade, kindergarten, whatever grade they told me I wasn't capable. He told them, I believe in my son. My son has the ability, the mental capacity, and he's intelligent. Let him go on, and I went on. So in the end, my dad fighting for me to go on to the next grade level became crucial in my personal development, because in the end I've had teachers in my elementary, my middle school, and as well as my high school that inspired me and that were key in my mental development growing up. So thank God I wasn't held back, but I had to work really hard though to prove that I could do well in school. So to earn my middle school diploma as a Westland Wildcat, I had to stay up late nights doing homework at my own pace with my learning disability, and to prove a lot of people wrong that I could do on school and go on to the next grade. And I did that. I got A's and B's throughout middle school, and C pluses that came close to B's, but I missed out by that much. But I got basically middle school A's and B's students, C pluses. The same thing went to, obviously during this time through my middle school days doing really well, I had a cousin that was key in my personal development. He came into my life when I was 9. Came into my life when I was 9, and he was crucial in my personal development and the man that I've become. Because without him, I don't think I would be anywhere close to the man that I've become. He was hard on me, meaning like he brought the discipline to my life. My dad couldn't bring me, because my dad's more like my mom, but he's tough when he needs to be. My cousin brought me the toughness that my dad couldn't bring, even though he was a bit extreme with hitting me, physical abuse and emotional abuse. I didn't know it was abuse at the time as a kid until I went to college, and then my friends told me it was. But I enjoyed what he was doing for me, because if I did something wrong, or if I did something, he would hit me, he would scream and say hurtful things, but I would listen. As a kid, it wasn't just what he would teach me that I would learn. I saw beyond that. He was crucial in my emotional intelligence of what was around me, because having that influence of somebody to tell you, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that, he was crucial in my personal development, and how I became a lot of the man that I've become today, with having self-control, emotional intelligence, respect, work ethic, and I think without his teachings, even though he was a bit hard, he was too hard, it was vital in my development. And he was a nice guy. He just had a temper, and we have had many great conversations, and I think those conversations were also vital. He was like a soccer coach that he was like a soccer coach that brought the best out of his players, like somebody that yeah, he was like a soccer coach or a teacher to me in that sense. He was crucial in my development. So if you take him out of the picture, I wouldn't be close to who I am. However, that abuse that he gave me, technically, it was hurt. It hurt. It hurt my self-esteem. It hurt my self-worth, and it caused me to have anxiety. So when I moved to the Bay Area away from him in 2013, because he got a job somewhere else, and my iPad keeps going away, and because he got a job somewhere else, high school. When I came here for high school, I basically had anxiety from that trauma, as well as struggling to make friends in this high school crowd. But I made the best of my time in high school with, going to school events, all home sports events, dances, Spirit Week. I had two friends, and one of them I'm still in touch with. This other one that I'm about to show you, you know, she moved away from California for reasons I can't tell you. But this person was also the second friend I made in high school here that was crucial in my time here, making it worthwhile, and my mask flew away. And I think, so then anyway, so my time in high school, diving into psychology as well, communication skills on YouTube, and soccer stuff and kinesiology stretching was crucial in making my time in high school worthwhile, as well as learning to see my worth through these videos as well, learning to see my worth and learning to see that, because I was made fun of in high school and throughout my years in my teenage years because of how I looked, because I wasn't that handsome. People would even say I looked old, but I used those negative comments by people to rise above. And in the end, I now became a better looking person than I've been. People say I'm a good looking guy, but I'm not perfect. And and from being told I wasn't going to do well academically to getting my high school diploma, and now being at Mission College and getting my associate degree in communication studies. It's been great. And now, I'm at present day where I am right now in 2021. I'm at San Jose State University, transferring from Mission College. So it hasn't been an easy road because I switched my major from kinesiology to communication studies, and it wasn't an easy switch at all. In my family being Sri Lankan Indian, if you're still in school by 23 or 24, I got so much heat for it. But once again, my dad was always in my corner, and he supported me through that choice. He's the only one that stood by me from day one, that supported me with that choice, with good feedback. So I wouldn't have done this without him. So that's crooked. And I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this without him. And I think that he supported me through my choice, and being in community college a little longer, it made me a better person. And overall, my time in community college was great. And now I'm at San Jose State. So I think that the things that define me as a person through talking about my story was like, I think that it's my determination, my ethnicity, my sense of humor, my emotional intelligence, and I think that it's also my sense of being open-minded, because I'm filming this video right now in a park. I don't have to. I could easily have filmed this in my bedroom, but I want it to be in a more exciting environment. See, a tennis ball almost hit me. So and I think that did I answer all the questions of this assignment? Once again, this is for my YouTube channel as well. This isn't just for the class assignment. So okay, looks like this is that for this video. Hopefully, if you guys can, one of the biggest takeaways before I wrap this up is, if you're going through a tough situation in your life and things don't make any sense, as I look back at my cousin's teachings and everything that he did for me, and even all the struggles that I've been through, I didn't understand his teachings until now I'm in my 20s. He was making me tough, and he was setting me. He knew I was gonna be better than him and rise and be better than those things that he would tell me. He wanted me to be better, so he did that to make me tough. And all the obstacles that I've been through make me into the man that I am today. In terms of the people that hurt me and did me wrong, the lessons that I take from them is to not be like them and to be better than them. So that's so as well as if you take the struggles out of your life, you wouldn't be who you are, and the road getting to your goals wouldn't be as sweet as receiving them. And last thing I want to say before I wrap this video up is everybody has their timing for stuff. you know, for me, if I transferred out of community college at 2021, like I was supposed to, but then I switched my major and started for another day, I would have, I would have probably, you know, as a 21-year-old, I would have probably been on academic probation because all I wanted to do was just transfer and get out and graduate and work and earn money and buy a car of my own instead of driving my dad's car. But obviously, as I look back, that's really immature and that's not right. And I think that everybody has their timing for stuff. Some people graduate when they're 22. Some people graduate when they're 25. Like me, on this time of year from now, from San Jose State, class of 22, I'll be graduating. But everybody has their timing. God has their timing for stuff. So don't rush it. Trust in His plan. Keep putting in the work. It's not just getting to the goal. It's the journey getting there, and it's the man that you become, and it's the woman you become. It's the person you become when you're done and you achieve the goal. And who are you becoming? So, and if you get it instantly to you without having to work hard for it, it doesn't have an impact on your character as it should be, and you don't value it the way you're supposed to, the way God wants you to. So, keep putting in the work, keep putting in the work. Don't give up, and God has a plan for everybody, and God has their timing for a lot of stuff. Just keep putting in the work and don't give up. And if it doesn't work out, God has a better plan for you. You did your part. God is leading you on another path, and the things you take from that goal that didn't work out, it made you better as a person, and that God is going to take care of you and lead you to the path He wants you to be. So keep putting in the work. God will only help you if you move your feet. So yeah, take care.